How many remember Antisocial Social Club? Nobody can be quite sure how Antisocial Club ended up so wildly successful, but by the same stretch, nobody can deny that as streetwear brands go, few have been as influential in such a short time span. Neek Lurk's iconic brand, described by the man himself as his quote, mood board, took the industry by storm, literally. And for a time, they were all over the place. And the business took off even faster than the guys at Antisocial Club themselves had imagined. But over the past few years, they've kind of lost a lot of the popularity that they once had. And why is that? Well, let's find out. I'm Nate the Great from TakeFlight214.com, and this is the rise and fall of Antisocial Social Club. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button. Liking and sharing the video is the best way to get the YouTube algorithm to notice our channel and to help us grow to be larger. But with that being said, let's jump right in. The brand was founded by Neek Lurk in downtown Los Angeles in 2015. Neek was always heavily involved in streetwear and was a member of the Nike Talks forum in the early days. He gained some popularity due to his "What Did You Wear Today" thread post. With the connections he had made, he wound up landing a job at Stussy. He started out as a part-time employee, but quickly rose through the ranks to become the Las Vegas store's general manager, and eventually became Stussy's social media marketing manager. Neek moved to LA in 2014, and it was during this time that he started designing his own clothes, inspired by his angst and raw emotion, anger, sadness, and loneliness. This was the days where entry into the streetwear game was very inclusive, if you will. All you really had to do to get your foot in the door was to have a few t-shirt and hoodie designs and some hats. And Antisocial Club started out releasing snapbacks, which were in the midst of a resurgence at the time. They would include slogans on the front and an Antisocial Club logo on the side. The hats would become extremely popular, and years later, Neek himself would admit that everything Antisocial Club had achieved as a brand was all due to the hats. Neek, following the breakup, would design a hat that said "I miss you" on the front with the Antisocial Club logo on the side as usual, but everything would change for him with this. When Kim Kardashian was spotted wearing the hat at New York Fashion Week, it ignited rocket fuel under Antisocial Club as a brand. Neek was stoked and realized that this was a huge opportunity, so he decided to capitalize by designing Photoshop mock-ups of 12 Antisocial Club t-shirts and posted them online, and all 12 sold out almost immediately. And even better, only 3 weeks after launching the brand, Kanye West was then spotted wearing one of his hoodies. Following the Kanye effect, the brand's website saw 2 million visitors in 1 week. And can you imagine? Here's this moody guy who just happens to be in the streetwear, so he decides to design a few hats with a few slogans on them, and all of a sudden, boom, he hits the lotto out of nowhere. Wow, talk about overnight success story. From there, even more celebrities were seen in Antisocial Club clothing, from Travis Scott to G-Dragon, Rita Ora, and tons of others. Antisocial Club had garnered international attention and was on the forefront of streetwear fashion along with brands like Bape and Supreme. It hit an all-time high online sales, with purchases began selling out in minutes with every launch. Aside from all the celebrity hype, one of the biggest reasons for Antisocial Club's success is that it connected with millennials. Most brands aim to project perfection, but Antisocial Club spoke of isolation, loneliness, and mental health issues. It brings to light feelings and behaviors that most people prefer to have hidden, and phrases like "get weird," "self-doubt," "give me happiness, give me pain," and "fuck everyone, it's just you in the end," highlights the boldness of the brand and the aim to celebrate imperfection and a nihilistic worldview. Neek, in multiple interviews, has said that the process behind creating these slogans is fueled by his own dark mind. His constant mood shifts help him create more content that is relatable with the youth and translates into clothes. It was around this time that they began to release even more items with the line that would include flannels, jackets, dad hats, and tons of other stuff. Following the Supreme model, Antisocial Club began selling any and everything with their name on it, from trash cans to sex toys, all fashioned in pastel colors and adorning the Antisocial Club logo. It also strayed away from the idea of seasonal releases and decided to release its products through periodic drops. Thanks to all the celebrity hype, Antisocial Club was never short of famous fans or collaborations which they could do. Everyone from Honda, Hello Kitty, Playboy, Comme des Garçons, and the Korean boy band BTS are just some of the famous collabs that the brand had. Mind you, all that I've just stated happened within a few years of creating the brand. A brand created by and ran largely by one moody guy, Neek Lurk. And if you can imagine the workload that had to come along with, well, it had to be unexplainable. Due to the brand's meteoric rise to fame in a very short period of time, it was not prepared nor equipped to deal with the expansion on such a large scale. So as you would expect, major logistic problems began to arise. Tons of people complained about the brand's quote-unquote terrible customer service, and with every drop, products would almost sell out instantly, which caused new orders to keep piling up. This, in turn, would cause months and in some cases years of delay in being able to deliver products to customers. And as a result, disgruntled customers began leaving complaints using the hashtag Where's My Hoodie Bro on the brand's official Instagram page. Websites have reported that Antisocial Club at one point owed merch to at least 1,400 people, with an average of $380 per person, so you do the math on that. Another famous problem that's plagued Antisocial Club for quite some time is the quality of the material being used. Remember, Antisocial Club launched in the days of the Kanye West tour merch craze. And if you remember the Yeezy merch, it used to be screen printed designs on literal Gildan shirts. I mean, I shit you not, the actual shirts that you would get from them still had the Gildan tag inside of it. And Neek would take a page out of this book. Okay, well, to his credit, at least he removed the Gildan tag and screen printed an Antisocial one in place of it, but the quality of the shirts were pretty much the same. Alright now kids, pop quiz. So what do you get when you have a super hype brand with logistical problems and whose tees and hoodies are not much better quality than your local t-shirt shop? Ready for the answer? Reps. Reps on reps on reps. I mean, there were tons of bootlegs everywhere online. It was reported that the counterfeit market had eaten up 35% of Antisocial Club sales. And I totally believe it. I mean, if not more. I remember seeing fake hoodies all over sites like Etsy and eBay back in the day. Now, I can almost guarantee that there will be people in the comment section proclaiming that Antisocial Club is in fact not dead. But think of this. There are tons of brands currently in the market that give customers the same minimalistic, edgy feel that Antisocial Club does, along with better quality and above average customer service. One thing is for certain though, these shortcomings have definitely caused tons of prospective customers to lose appeal and respect for the brand that they once had. And the only thing that remains uncertain is if Antisocial Club will ever be able to gain the trust in business back. They took off like a rocket on the strength of celebrity cosigns and a catchy name. I mean, to this day, whenever I wear my Antisocial Club hoodie to Walmart or coming home from the gym, because it's pretty much the only times I still wear it is to kick around, I always get some soccer mom or older person who's never heard of Antisocial Club the brand, nor knows what a Neek Lurk even is, who says something like, "Hey, cool shirt, I really like that slogan," which either is a hallmark to how catchy the name is or how far the brand has fallen, but you choose. As far as Neek Lurk goes though, has he made some mistakes? I mean, sure he has, and in my opinion, one of the biggest ones was not hiring talented people that could have helped him out with some of his shortcomings. He slow played people's orders, he's been less than transparent with what's going on. I think that if he had been more forthright about the grassrootsness of his operation, then many people would have been a bit more understanding on slight delays, even though a 6 to 12 month delay gets a bit ridiculous. Around the same time that Antisocial Club dropped, I was a part of an aspiring streetwear line. And although we did experience some small wins, we were never a fraction as big as Antisocial Club got. But I can imagine how I would have felt if one day Kim Kardashian or Kanye West had been photoed in our stuff. On the one hand, you're ecstatic, like, yeah, we own. But on the other hand, you're like, oh shit, now we got to produce all these orders. This was the situation that Neek Lurk was in. And did he fumble the ball a few times? Yes. In fact, he had more than a few turnovers. But he always managed to get the ball back and keep marching it downfield. And for that, he at least has my respect. But I don't know. What do you think? Were you a fan of Antisocial Club? Would you still wear the stuff today? Hit us in the comment section and let us know. Also, if you haven't already, then smash that like button for us. Liking and sharing the video is the best way to help us to continue to grow as a channel because it causes the YouTube algorithms to pay more attention and suggest us to more people. And if you want to be updated every time we drop a new video, then hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be dinged whenever a new episode drops. But with that being said, I'm Nate the Great from TakeFlight214.com signing out. Until next time, peace.